Alright, welcome to our first ChessFM Under-18 Championship. Thank you to everyone for supporting this tournament. If you're playing in this tournament, then thank you very much for supporting this initiative. And for those of you who are watching, thank you for supporting the stream. Welcome to our first ChessFM Under-18 Champ. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, first things first. I hope you guys were able to join the tournament. If you haven't, please follow the following instructions. I'm going to show you how you can do it. All right, so the links will all be in the group chat. You have been required to join the group chat yeah, when signing up for the tournament. So hopefully you are in either the WhatsApp or the Telegram groups. Either way, it's the same. You got to click on the group, type the password in, and I've got to manually approve it, which I will right after this briefing. So just be patient. If you are waiting for me to approve it, I will approve it very soon. As for those of you who aren't quite sure how that's gonna work, well, sorry, yeah, well, what we can do is you can go to the page. Of course, you need to go to the team and you need to type in the password and you'll get to this page. Now what you need to do is you need to click on this tournament and you're going to need to click the join button. Now keep in mind that if your account is restricted, you will not be able to join this tournament. And yeah, too bad if that's the case, but I hope that's not the case for anyone, and I hope that everybody gets to play a very nice tournament and that yeah, we can end with a very nice result, hopefully. So yeah, hopefully things go well. So just a quick note on the format. The format will be, time control will be 10 minutes per player, no increments. So yeah, just a heads up, no increments here. And yeah, they will be played over 7 rounds. After round 4, there will be a 5-minute break. There will be no breaks in between the other rounds. Yeah, there will be a 5-minute break before round 5. And I will remind you of that a bit later during the live stream and during the live commentary, which you're welcome to watch. It's gonna delay, most certainly. And yeah, I guess that's it, yeah. We're gonna be using Lee Chess tie breaks. As usual, I don't have much to do with that. Yeah, I don't have much control over those. It's a Sonnenberger. I'm not a big fan of Sonnenberger, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Yeah, and prizes will be distributed based on those tie breaks. As usual, if you have any questions, please type them in the chat. I'll do my best to get to them and to answer any questions you may have. Hopefully you guys were able to join the tournament, and yeah, I guess I wish you all a very pleasant event. And if you have any questions, type them in the chat and I'll be happy to answer them, alright? Thank you very much, and I'll see you at the tournament. And meanwhile, I'm going to take a break. By the way, round 1 starts at 8:05, so please don't be late. Clocks will be started on time. After which, rounds will be running, right after the last game finishes. Alright, so if you have any questions, again, type it in the chat. I'll see you at 8:05. Alright, welcome back, guys. We are back for the first ChessFM Under-18 Championship. There's some very interesting games. Well, I think some people will be late. They're going to get half-point buys in the first round. It is what it is. Roy Young is taking his time for the first move. That's interesting. But he is online, so I guess he will be... Okay, now he's going at D5. Very solid player, Roy Young. So... yeah, we will see. C5, of course. He's very solid, very principled, and yeah, just a very strong player all in all. But yeah, we will see how it goes. There are some other very strong players. There's also Hariharan who's playing. I expect the start of these games to be a little slow, and then towards the end we're gonna see some crazy stuff happening, yeah? Yeah, absolutely gonna see some crazy stuff, so let's see. Who else is playing? Well, there's also Hariharan with the white pieces here. And his opponent isn't actually at the board, which is interesting. Maybe they don't know we have started yet. This is very strange. I did mention we're starting at 8:05, so yeah, that is strange. But yeah, hopefully we don't see any forfeits in this tournament. That's not nice, but I think they will be coming along, hopefully soon enough. Okay, so we have this interesting sort of bishop b5 London. Yeah, it's a playable line. It's not like anything too special, but it's playable for sure. Certainly no question about that. Queen b6, of course, very standard idea. Yeah, okay, so it's putting a question to this bishop. It's asking white either to take or to play a move like knight c3, which, I mean, it's not really a move that white wants to play. I guess you'll probably continue with something like bishop g4, then e6, and it's a very, very standard way of playing. It's, of course, putting some very nice pressure on the pawn on d4, which is really the whole point. Yeah. Alexis is still not here. That's interesting. Okay, so this guy is 2 minutes late. He's clearly trying to learn from Magnus there. Knight f3. Although when Magnus was late, he did come to tournaments with increment mostly. So it is worse if your tournament doesn't have increment, which mine doesn't. But, well, yeah, that's why you shouldn't be late. That's all I can say. It never pays to be late in chess. I guess someone is gonna join. He's gonna get a half-point buy for this round, so he's gonna be paired starting from the next round. So that should be... yes, that should be that. As usual, some people are joining a little bit late. Well, that is their choice, certainly. And I'm glad they have been able to make it in time before round 2. Because for round 2, if you don't show up, you're going to get a 0-point buy, which is way worse than a half-point buy. So it's good they made it in time. e6, okay, it's very standard. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. He did play bishop g4 and e6. Just very standard play. Hariharan has gone for this interesting line. It's this... okay, he's gone for the Rossolimo. Let's get d4. It's got a very nice position, actually. A very nice position. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, very nice position. And certainly gonna get good position, yeah? Okay. Let's see if there are any other games. So far, these games haven't really been heating up. Oh, that's an interesting one. The rook's on g3. How did it get to g3? That's funny. Okay, so Vienna. d6 is, of course, not principled. The d5 is the right move. I guess maybe there was a mouse slip. He wanted to play d5 and then he mouse slipped d6. It's the only explanation, yeah, that I can come up with. Rook f1. Very strange. Why he didn't castle is beyond me. Also, why he took me the rook instead of the queen. This is all some very strange play to me, yeah? d3 takes, and yeah, this is actually looking really good for black now. Bishop f4, this knight h5. That must be his idea, right? And to take that bishop on f4, and black's gonna have very nice control over the dark square. So then maybe, yeah, knight h5, and there's some issues like rook g4. I think rook g4 is forced, right? Yeah, it looks really dodgy, but maybe there's no way to exploit this, yeah? Not sure. I mean, there is the move f5. It's very risky, though. Very, very risky. But maybe it works. Takes gf, and a lot of white stuff is hanging. So maybe that could be an idea, although it is, I admit, very risky. But knight h5 has got to be the first move. The good news is that if black thinks f5 is too risky, he can just go for a move like knight takes f4 and then castle. And I guess in any case, he's got a nice position, yeah? So I guess we'll see what he goes for. I still don't see why he shouldn't play f5, to be honest. Oh, maybe I see... No, that's not the reason why. Because if you take... Oh, but there's rook g8 takes and then maybe queen h5, yeah? Maybe this could be really strong. So maybe... Yeah, maybe f5 is just not good. Okay, so maybe you should just go for something more simple. We just knight takes f4, rook takes f4. Then you got bishop h4 check. It goes bishop h4 immediately. Okay, I guess king f1 now. Knight takes f4. There's gonna be rook takes f4. So after king f1, knight f4, rook f4. I'm not sure about this. I think white's actually okay, but so is black. Yeah. g3. Wow, that's ambitious. I mean, if it works, then it works, I guess. But okay, there's knight f4. Now I guess you must take g takes h4. It's not rook h4 because oops, that's a nice fork. So g takes h4. And now what? Maybe it's... I mean, if knight takes h3, it looks wrong, yeah? I don't know what he's trying to do here. Oh, is it like some knight g2? And if king f2, maybe you can play knight takes h4. Whoa, really? King takes, rook f4, bishop f6, knight d5. Wow. Wow, that's actually... If it works, that's a really nice idea. Question is, of course, whether it works or not. King f7, rook f4. Is there a move like... No, I was going to suggest knight f5, but you have g takes h4, so... Yeah, it doesn't seem to work still. I don't know, it looks dodgy though. King f7, rook f4. This game is really turning into quite a mess here. King g7. If you play gh4, how is that? That actually looks quite okay, yeah? That looks quite okay for white. Maybe bishop f7 is a good move. Okay, let's say we don't take it. We say we go king... But then now we can take gh4, yeah? And then this knight starts to hang as well. This is turning out to be a really nice idea, I guess. Rook f4, followed by g takes h4, or bishop f6, there's knight d5. Unless, of course, black has something very strong that I'm not seeing. But otherwise, it looks really, really nice for white. I think white might be taking over here, which is amazing, considering Ritesh is like one of the strongest players here, yeah? So, if he ends up losing this somehow, that would be huge in terms of the standings. Yeah. Guess king g7, gh4. Maybe you just do gh4 and play rook f8. Maybe it's still fine for black, yeah? Because white is down... Wow. Really? Okay, let's say queen g5 is an idea for sure. Also, rook f8 is strong, yeah? I guess rook f4 might be forced now, because otherwise, how do you deal with the threat of knight f3? It's not so easy, yeah? Not so easy. Actually, this is probably quite nice play from black as well. I'm gonna say bishop f7 was creative, but question is, will it work? Rook f4. Okay, let's see. Rook f4, rook takes. Yeah. Pawn takes. Queen h4 check. Actually, that looks really good for black, yeah. Actually, maybe black might be just winning there. King f1, I think I even have queen takes h3 there. And with your king d2, I'll take this with check, and your king doesn't actually run away, yeah? So, I'm not really convinced by this, to be honest with you. I'm not convinced at all by this position. You can check out the analysis board. I was looking at this idea, yeah? Takes queen h4. And this looks really, really nice for black, yeah? King f1, this takes here. If you go king d2, then this guy starts to hang, yeah? And before you know it, I think black is just mating, yeah? Yeah, and black is giving checkmate. King g2, rook f2, and finish. Finish. So maybe this is really, really good for black after all. Wow. Just what to do about knight f3. Maybe you just gotta allow it, but how? I don't know how. I mean, yeah, it probably was good for black all along. Because white's issue is that there is no development after all. So, yeah, that's the issue. Meanwhile, Hari is just crushing in this game. It should be pretty easy win. Yeah, black can take this pawn, but here goes bishop e6. It's a typical position where, you know, the higher rated player having white usually win these type of positions. Because I feel it's just easy to play with white. Yeah. Okay, it's not a pawn up. I thought that white was a pawn up, but I mean, his bishop is just so strong. His pawn on e5 is really weak. I think it's just easy to play white here, and I expect Hari to get the win without too much trouble. I guess we will see about that. Here, yeah, it's not looking very good for white, as we already mentioned. Let's see if there are any other interesting games in progress. Okay, we have Harif here, who's in big trouble. That's all I can say. He's in such big trouble here. Yeah, it's not even anything to do at this point. Someone's joining late. Alright, I'm gonna accept this person. I know this name. Alright. Yeah, white's just getting crushed here at this point. Maybe not so easy, but I guess even king f3 looks really strong. If rook f4, there's king g3. Still rook f7 though. It's not easy. Yeah, rook f4 is gonna be played. King g3, rook f7. Try to think of what we should do here as black. Because you got rook b4, you'll take here. Now we go king f4. Okay, play c6. But now we can take and take a7. I think white should be out of danger here. The rook is just so active, so I don't think it should be in any danger. Ooh, rook d7. Does this work though? Takes and rook b4 or something? Oh, this is nice actually. King f3 threatening mate. This is actually really nice. Because king e1 you can even go king e3. And get the king even closer to d4, I reckon. It takes now. Okay. Also something to be said for like moves like rook b6, yeah? He plays king e3. Makes sense, of course. Yeah, something to be said for move like rook b6. If a5 the rook goes to a6 and basically you just bring your king back and take the pawn. This one is also interesting, but I think that this should be okay for white. Rook b7. Although the black rook is very active, so this is actually kind of borderline in terms of whether this is actually a draw or not. I'm not sure about that. I think I wouldn't want to force the white king to b2, but maybe that's his idea, yeah? King b2 and he'll play something like a5 and he'll try to push this d pawn. That could make a lot of sense for sure, because in rook endgames, you're going to be very careful about your king getting cut. That being said, we can try to go for these sort of long side checks from the side, which is probably what white should be doing without too much delay. Rook b5 is an idea, but you can play king d4, that's the thing. Or something like king d3, yeah. The thing is, black doesn't have to take on b5. He can just slowly bring his king even back to c4 and then start to push, yeah. Actually, I wanted to bring the king to d4 so I would threaten rook b5 and force his rook back, then I could play d5. Okay, so he's going for this, yeah? Once the rook goes back, he'll play something like d5, I reckon. And yeah, I think black is really playing very well here. Surprisingly well. That's the thing about these youth events. You never know who's gonna come out of nowhere and suddenly play a great game. And you can see here, this black player from 1600 is really tightening the screws here. Now d5 is gonna be played for sure. I think this is what white needs to do, yeah. Maybe try some sort of rook h6 at some point. Because it's not easy. It's never easy to try to defend these endgames. He does go rook h6. Yeah, it's never easy. We give it a check. Okay, king b2. The king, yeah, it's still not so easy. Yeah? He plays rook c4. Yeah, check then king c5, and it's still unpleasant. Maybe what we should do is just wait with the rook. No, he doesn't. He plays rook h4. I wanted something like rook h8, so king c5, rook c8, yeah? That's probably the right way. Yeah. Someone asked me, am I playing? No, I'm not playing. I'm just a commentator. Yep. Okay. Yeah, this is actually... The king needs to go to c5, of course, yeah? The king cannot run any further like this. King has to go to c5, and we'll see. Maybe white will go rook h8 now. It's not so easy still. And actually this is something that I see very often. Like this, the players are getting better and better at endgames, and it's no exception here, yeah? Black is playing a... I mean, both sides are playing a pretty decent endgame, which is... I mean, when I was playing under-18 tournaments myself, this wasn't a thing, yeah? Like, nice endgames like this. Oh wow, this one is actually just got mated, yeah? What happened here? Oh, exactly what happened. He queen h4 and he actually got mated this way. Exactly like what I said in the analysis. That's painful. That's painful, but I guess that's chess, yeah? It's a painful game. This one, on the other hand, this is heating up. The rook's gonna take that pawn on a5. And actually, the funny thing is that white has some flagging chances because black is very slow. He should probably just like make a move, like, I don't know, rook b8 or something, and just try to just push the pawn as fast as possible. Because he's playing so slow, he might actually get flagged. That's the thing. I think maybe at this point it's maybe time to sort of try to abandon these ideas of, you know, seriously playing too hard for a win and just play normal moves and see where it goes. Actually, king c3 is a great move, actually. Idea being some sort of rook... Ooh, I thought his idea was to play rook c4 and do that sort of push this pawn, yeah? Or maybe just start pushing this pawn, and if you check, then rook c4. Okay, still king d2. I guess it's time to push the pawn, yeah? So let's play a5, king a4, a6, and we play king a5. That's the thing about white's play. It's very easy, very simple, and black needs to find a way to make progress. And this is not at all easy, especially with less than a minute left. It's really getting tense. I mean, there's definitely a possibility that, you know, black could get flagged here. Rook a1 check, king goes to b4, of course, and yeah, I mean, that pawn is gonna start to move. Well, it could go to b2 as well if you're sort of okay with a draw. I guess probably black should just be trying to repeat. Yeah. Okay, I mean, I could go to b2 as well. It's probably... You can also later go king b4 after rook a1 there. So, maybe king b2 makes sense. But I like my king supporting the pawn. It's gonna be a draw anyhow, I think. As long as black doesn't play too slowly. Because if black plays too slowly, he could get flagged. That's the only thing black needs to worry about. Because this tournament hasn't got any increment. So, in tournaments without increments, you have to be very careful about your time. You can't let yourself fall too low on time. And now 35 seconds is alright. For a fast player, 35 seconds is a lot. But we've been seeing throughout this game that black is actually playing pretty slowly. So, I don't know whether he'll be able to make the moves in time. I guess we will see. Probably he'll end up with some sort of checking draw from the side. That would be what I would expect. Okay, white's still thinking. We'll come back to this game. What? Harry's down the queen? Is this for real? No. This can't be right. How is he down a queen? This is... It's ridiculous. How can he be down a queen? G5. What? I didn't understand that. Did he forget about en passant or what? Okay, it's still a queen, so I wouldn't be too harsh on him. Queen is a queen after all. Yeah, there's not even any chances because Harry's down on time as well. Harry is so dead. He's gonna play h5, but it's a full queen. King e5. Knight's gonna come to f4. It's dead. He's so dead. Okay. Anyway, back to this crazy endgame. King has gone to e1. King has gone to d1, and now he's gonna start to push the pawn. Black is actually quite low on time. He's got 26 seconds, so this is slightly worrying, but at least white is catching up on the clock. He's now down under a minute. Be careful, don't blunder your rook. Don't blunder your rook. Move the king, move the king. Yes, okay. There's so many games I've seen where black would play with like d2 and like hang the rook. Yeah, just like king b2 or something, whatever. Just take the draw. You're gonna get flagged, man. Just go. Any move. You're gonna get flagged. Just move. Don't understand this guy. He's gotta just go. He's gonna get flagged now. It's too slow. There's no increment, so you can't afford to play like that. Yeah, I don't know. Very strange play. No, I think white can probably manage to flag black. You better make a draw now, I guess. But the thing is that he's so slow. He could probably make like 3 or 4 more moves. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it, surely. But white's actually really slow as well. Oh, he took the draw? What? I mean, I would probably try to like flag him, but I don't think it's possible, yeah. I guess I could like make some quick moves. I don't think he'll be in time to like to get the moves in because he was playing so slowly, but alright. I guess like given white's position earlier, the draw is definitely a good result. What? Draw? Is this guy for real? I mean, Queen A3, it's finished, yeah? I think this guy had too much respect for Hari. What else can I say? By the way, Queen G1 was also finished, yeah? Queen G1 was totally finished. It was actually mate. Why would you accept the draw? It makes no sense. Don't understand. I just don't understand some of these guys sometimes. I don't understand. Well, I think I better schedule the next round, otherwise you guys are not gonna start. So 5 seconds after the last game, this round is gonna start. Alright. Here we go. So let's see. The guys in the lead are, well, it's funny, like all the top seeds have sort of lost their round 1 games. Oops, that's not the game that I wanted to look at. Oopsie. 1 second. Okay. Some Scandinavian. Bishop f5, interesting. Oh, that's a... That has to be one of the ugliest moves I've seen ever. What? Why didn't he take? Why didn't he take this bishop? Like, what is... I don't understand this game. It's very strange. It's too strange. Don't understand the game of chess anymore. He's got another chance to like ruin the structure. Now he sees it. This is such a joke. Okay, this is a troll game. Now he's gonna play e6. The thing is that these pawns, they're doubled isolated. They are probably gonna be lost. Because the problem is that when the pawns are doubled like this, it's very hard to defend the pawn in front. Because you can't defend it from the back. So that pawn I think will get attacked and it probably could be lost here. I could play c6, I could even play e6. Just to like be doubly sure that that pawn doesn't go anywhere. And I'll just continue. I'm just like strategically winning, yeah. I don't understand why you did that. It's very strange. Alright. Back to the tournament. Let's see if there are any other less crazy games. There is this weird sort of... Oh, it's this line. Takes. Yeah. This feels like a very solid position for black. Unless like some queen b3 is working, but... Okay, e3 is definitely not the way, yeah. I was thinking maybe you could do this, but there is knight c6, yeah? Hitting this pawn. Maybe that's why he's played e3. Okay, maybe I'm a bit harsh on these guys. They are trying their best after all. But now bishop f5. I think black is taking over, yeah? And knight c2 is coming up, so... Very strange play. Anyway, here we go. White's doing very well now. What can I say? Sorry, I mean black's doing very well. Not white. Of course white is not doing well with this structure. Alright. Any other interesting games? I'm just sort of scanning through these, trying to find anything interesting. Oh, we have an Evans Gambit. That's interesting. Evans Gambit, okay. C3, okay. This is a line, yeah? Queen b3, queen d7. Yeah. Yeah, this is the line. I think the move was like some sort of... There was like some bishop b6 at some point. And de5, knight a5. I think that was the way. But I can't remember. I think it was something like that. You basically just give up the pawn back. but to get that bishop on c4, which is huge, of course. That bishop is white's best piece, really, and we need to get rid of it. So there is to say. How's it going here? White's desperately trying to create something, which it should be. But okay, now I guess the queen's gonna move. Queen b6 there's rook b1, so it's not so easy yet. But I feel like in the long run, Black's gonna get knight d, not knight d5 now, of course, but he's gonna play something like rook d8, and then he's gonna get knight d5, and it's just miserable for white. Although at least I will say his situation has improved, because at least his knights have got two decent squares. If he hasn't really got rid of his weaknesses yet. But, well, we couldn't really do much about that. Yeah, rook d8 is played, knight d5 is gonna come, and yeah, I mean, Hauser is a very solid player. I expect him to slowly grind white, and we'll see if he manages to win. What? The king is on d2. Oh dear. You can actually just grab the pawn, yeah? Queen b3 and some sort of... Well, I'm not so sure about that. I'm thinking about it. Queen b3. And what then? If you play knight c4, takes rook b8, takes this rook b2. That looks really strong. But at the same time, a lot of our stuff is hanging, so we need to calculate that properly, yeah? I think that whole line is forced, right? There's no other way to do it. If you don't take that pawn, you are toast. But if you take it, you might be even more toast, really. Takes rook b2. I don't know, it's like, if you go king e1, where's the win? I'm not sure where the win is. Not sure at all, really. Maybe you can just do something slow, like... But I don't want to trade the queens, that's the thing. So to me, it doesn't look that clear. Maybe you can play something like knight d6 of maintaining the queens on the board. And it's still playable. Don't know. Let's take a look at this. Queen b7, rook b8, I guess, is the main move. It's not the only move, but it's the main move. Queen d5, only. I guess now you should give a check. And king e1 seems like only move. Now is the question, like, do we have anything, yeah? We have a lot of ideas, no question about that. But are they enough, really? There's one idea of doing something like this. I'm not sure whether that makes any sense, though. Like, something like this. Something like this. Maybe it does, yeah? It's gonna be hard to deal with these pieces, not to mention the rook on h1 is hanging. So maybe this is a way you could try it, but I don't know. It looks interesting. I guess we're gonna see. We're going down this line, so we'll see if Black decides to go for that, because he looks very strong to me. Now let's look at the other games, yeah. Hauser slowly tightening the screws here. I guess he's going to keep playing more and more solid moves. Actually, is that a blunder, g3? I was just thinking, could he play like something like h5, and then play knight takes h3 check? That looks really strong, but this also looks solid enough. I think, yeah, the grind is on. Wait, what? Wait, what happened? I just realized Black's up a piece. That was a blunder, yeah? Wow. Okay, no, now I understand. He just wants to play solidly. Of course he would play solid. He's up a piece. Okay, I take all that back. If he's up a piece, it's a different story. Okay. So... Whoa. What? What is this? What? Oh dear. This is bad, yeah? If you go queen e7, then bishop a3 is really terrible. Yeah, that's why you have to be very careful. I think the move here was you were supposed to play bishop b6, d5, and knight a5 to get rid of this bishop. As far as I'm aware, that was the right way to play, because this is definitely not the right way. And now it's dead, yeah. It's actually dead. Yeah, and Black is finished. That's all I can say about that. c6. Wow. That's a nice one. Queen c6, queen a5. Wow. Wow. That's a nice idea. I'm not even sure what I should do about that. It looks crushing, yeah? We can look at that, yeah. Queen c6, queen a5, knight f3. I guess it's forced because otherwise you're gonna come in on d2. But now rook f to c8, and I think the white queen is in big trouble, no? Well, it's not trapped, but... Oh dear. That is nasty. That's gonna be resigns for white. Wow. I mean, c6 is just is a crazy move to find. Crazy. Didn't even cross my mind. I was looking only at rook b8 and then he plays c6. Wow. It's incredible, this. Just incredible. Yeah. What can I say, really? Okay. Well, this one looks like it's going in Huck's way. Huck is a very strong positional player, of course. And it's no surprise he's gone on to just completely outplay his opponent. And yeah, this is just very nice. That pawn on c6 is permanently weak. He just doubles, and it's just such a nice position to play for white. Because black hasn't got a shred of counterplay. Not even a tiny bit. And white just slowly brings his king, put his king on d3. Okay, then he can bring his knight. Yeah. Well, it's not allowing me to put the king on d3. Pardon my terrible arrows. He can try to bring his knight as well. Maybe, yeah, maybe in the future some sort of b4 followed by knight b3, but that wouldn't be that easy because the bishop is on f8. So okay, it's not that easy for white to make progress, but I guess you bring the king in, then you decide. Maybe even knight b1 could be a way to try this. Yeah, many ways for white to try this. Okay, black has his ideas. Playing for a5 and a4. Maybe it's not as simple as it seems. Ooh, knight f3. So if a4, what's the idea? Is it something like... Well, I don't really get it because I guess maybe he wants to play rook c7 after a4, but I guess I even play bishop h6 there, so I stop knight g5. Knight g5 is a pretty easy move to stop, yeah? You just use the bishop on h6 and it stopped. So king f2 and now a4. But then b4. This could also be a very sophisticated way of doing this, yeah? Because what he wants to do is he wants to force a bishop to h6 so that a4 can be met by b4. If that's his idea, then, I mean, hats off to him. It's a very nice idea. Well, that is his idea. a3 now. Everything is just cemento. This is such a nice position. Now we just bring the king to d3. It's fantastic play. It's just fantastic. I couldn't have done it any better. It's just great. You know, I gotta give credit where credit is due. This is a very nice positional squeeze. Knight comes into c5. Oh dear, this is crushing. This is really crushing. Knight c5, rook a6. Oh, this is so fun. It's all fun for white. This is nice. This is some very nice play. Just a nice game, what can I say? Knight f3 was a nice concept. I take everything I said about it back. It's a nice concept. Forcing bishop h6 so that a4 could be met by b4. That's so deep. And so good. You gotta... Yeah, I gotta tip my hats off. It was a great, great idea. I guess you could even bring the king to d3 first. You could go rook a6, but why not bring the king to d3? It seems like black can do nothing, right? Well, okay, he decides to put black out of his misery. Fair enough, I guess. Let's see if there are any other games going on. Because I think that one is just over. Well, there are some, like Richard still fighting, but... Wait, what's happened? He's got a piece back? Or what's happened? He's actually got one of the pieces back. I don't know how that's happened. Oh, I think white thought it was giving mate. I still didn't understand why you would just give up the knight. Just play like... Oh, rook d1 was a trend, yeah? Maybe he should have just played something like h3. It's over, yeah? But then rook d1. Maybe it's not that simple. Still, you know, I think there were many ways. Like, you could even... You can even try something like bishop d2 if we're so scared of all of that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I gave everything up, and yeah, I don't know. Suddenly black's getting some chances here. Definitely things are working out in black's favor a little bit. Queen e4, there's bishop f5. Is of course okay with a draw, yeah? Black. Or you could try to play on like queen f3, you could play rook d3. Yeah, I really don't like what white has been doing here. White has been messing this up quite a bit. Bishop f5, of course, is going to be played. And yeah, I think black is coming back very slowly. But the thing is, he has very little time. We'll see whether he can actually play. Because that's one of the hardest things to come back from a large time deficit like this. Because you think about it, for every second that black can think, white can think for 3 seconds. So that's actually a big advantage. But okay, position-wise, this is a huge improvement. Here, white is crushing. It's continuing his beautiful play. It's gorgeous, these moves. It's absolutely gorgeous. Knight d1 is going to play, surely. Ooh, so nice. Now a5 is going to come. This is like nice multi-purpose chess. Yeah. Proud when I see my students playing such good chess. a5. Yeah, he's going to play a5. King b5. Now knight c3. King a6. Okay, it's not so easy. Yeah? King a6. Maybe now you just give this pawn up. You click king a4 and just like whack it through. Because the pawn seems to be going fine. You just give up this guy and you just whack b5 through. Maybe that's the time. Or maybe you can just play e4. Why give it up? Let's play e4, yeah? Oh, he does go king a4. He's whacking it through. Okay. b5. This is completely winning, of course. Just knight e2, protect it. And then like... You can also go b6, I just realized. A lot of options for white. b6 and then knight e2. I prefer like knight e2. Feels more flexible. I go to b6. Okay. King b7. Oh, that's nice. This is very nice. And black's gonna lose on time, but in a position that's completely hopeless for him. He can't even create a passed pawn. His e5 pawn holds everything together. It's a great game by Hart. Just a great game. Well, let's see if there's anything going on. Okay, so Richard is slowly coming back. He's gonna play rook d8, I guess. He's slowly coming back from a dead lost position. e4. Don't really get that move. I don't know what he's doing with that pawn. I don't know where the pawn's going. Yeah, I didn't really like that. But I guess okay, you still go rook d3. It's still fine. You go rook d8. Yeah, white's maybe slightly... I don't even think white is better anymore. Because the knight is just so bad on a3. I just really want to get it into the game somehow. But I don't know how. Now you play rook d8, of course. And if it takes, you take with the pawn. That's a very typical way that strong players deal with these threats. You know, white wanted to trade rooks, black say, okay, yeah, fine, but trade on my terms. Give me that passed pawn. So white doesn't want it. He plays rook b1, and we'll see how to continue. Bishop b6, but then lost c5 though. I'm not sure about this. What it takes? Okay, this is good for black now. Maybe now he still goes c5, but there's rook d4. Okay, this is not. It's not the same thing, yeah. Rook d4 suddenly is pretty. You know, it's starting to get a bit dodgy for white. It's queen. Maybe you can still go queen 8 though. White seems like it's just like flailing around. Suddenly, black I think is gonna win this game. Now I'm sure black's gonna win this game. He's gonna play rook d1. White cannot defend against all these threats. His pieces are too badly placed. His queen and knight. And no one should put their queen and knight like that. It's no one should do this to the queen and knight. The queen and knight, they're just such strong pieces. You don't want to do this to your pieces, yeah. Now rook d1 is coming. It's finished. Black's gonna win this game. I mean, white had better try to play fast to flag, but it's objectively hopeless, yeah. Let's see if there are any more games ongoing. There should be a few, I would reckon. Okay, Royang's completely winning. He is very consistent after all, but he didn't. What happened to Royang? I can't find Royang's name. Yeah, he won the first round. Okay, got a bit of a shock. I thought he had somehow lost round 1 or not won, but no, he has won. Some other games, well, most of the games look kind of done. Rook f1 is a good move though. It's a very good move. Rook d1 is knight c3. Knight c3 is only move, yeah. I guess you take and you play rook d3 still. It's very good. Yeah. It's still probably very good for us, yeah. Knight c3, of course. Yeah, I guess you take and you play rook d3. Okay, then queen comes back, yeah. Queen goes to c2. Yeah, it's still passive. He plays rook d3. I'm not sure about this. Knight's gonna go back to b5, yeah? Unless he's trying to bring his knight by knight e5. That could make sense as well. Try to bring his knight somewhere here and try to get e3 in somehow. I'm not so sure, not so sure. I still felt it was better to start with rook d1. No, it's like, it's not, wait, rook knight d4, rook c3 was winning, yeah? Knight d4, rook c3 was the easiest. But, well, no time, yeah? No time for black, that's the issue. So, yeah, actually this is getting really, really close. Queen b1, I guess he's gonna put the other rook on d3. He better go. No, but then knight d5, yeah? Is it knight e4 now? Knight e4? What happens there? Isn't that really good for white? Knight e4, if check, then king a2. Oh, knight d5, knight e2, check, king h2. Oh dear, what's going on? What's going on? You maybe move the king or something? I don't know. It's really weird. This is very strange. You probably have to go knight e3, otherwise, you know, there could be some sort of e3 ideas. Knight c3, I don't know. I think both sides are just making any sort of random moves at this point. But, okay, black's got his threats back. He's going rook d1. I think the knight should have gone to e3, but now actually rook d1 is a serious idea. He does it, rook d1. No, I think black is again winning. Rook d1, now it's mate. It's mate on h1. He's going to take on d1 and try to flag. Like, take on d1 and like play knight d7, free move like knight e5 or something. That's just his only chance. White is playing too slow to try to flag. Okay, now bishop f3 is winning. It's completely winning. But no time. Let's see whether his flagging skills are up to par. Knight d3, king e3. Just move! Just move! Just go! It doesn't matter. The moves actually don't really matter at this point. Even, you just... What? Takes... No, I mean... Take the knight! Take the knight! What is wrong with these guys? Oh dear, I don't know what's going on. Black is messing this up. He can take on e4. This is so sad. But black is gonna flag! Black's gonna flag white! Oh dear, wow. Okay. Wow, okay. I think white didn't realize that it was time to go for the flag, yeah? And black was the one that actually got the flag in from a lost position. So, kudos. Kudos to Richard. I think that's 2 out of 2, isn't it? I guess. Alright, we will see. Back to the tournament. And we are at round number 3 now. Okay, wow. Okay, we have a lot of very interesting games. Richard against Roy Young. I guess Kumar won his previous game, yeah? Gave mate or something. He did give mate, okay. That's expected. His position was so good. Ritesh against Hauser is also another game that we probably should be watching. Very interesting games in this tournament for sure. Knight d2, okay. Richard loves these sort of very solid lines. It's no surprise he's gone for the Tarash. Definitely suits his style. c5, of course. What else? And we'll see if he goes for knight f3 or he goes for e takes. 2 big main lines here. Knight f3 recently has gained a lot of popularity, especially after lockdown. It's become the new main line. Before that, ed was played all the time. Queen d5, knight f3, takes, bishop c4, lines like this. Yeah. Whoa, what's going on here? What's going on? What? Why did you allow that? It's lost, yeah? It's just lost. Lost for white, yeah? Oh dear. That's not good. That's not what you want, is it? Yeah. Not great. Not a great result. Any other games? We have Smurf account against Huck. Huck's going for a King's Indian. Huck was the guy who played that fantastic positional game previous round. So far my favorite game of the tournament for sure. That one. I just thought knight f3 was a great move. b5, b4. Yeah, you can't take it. But now I'm not a fan of how he's playing this at all. I think he's playing this too positionally. In the King's Indian, you can't do that. You have to like try to get your ideas in, yeah? Yeah, I think he should have started with a5 and then gone for like knight c5 then. After a5. You could also like try to kick the bishop on g5 with h6. Okay. Yeah, the way it's played, I think I'm not sure about b5. I'm not sure about b5. I probably would have just let black take and, you know, because I think that helps me. Okay, b6. Black is slowly sort of closing some stuff up here. He's gonna try to get his knight to c5. If he can get his knight to c5, he would actually cement the queen side, which is why I wasn't so thrilled with White's decision to play b5. Because once the knight gets to c5, it gets fully cemented, and I think even black is for choice there. That's why he plays knight a4. I think this is correct. So he wants to force some sort of concession after knight c5. He's going to take knight takes c5. And maybe force some sort of this... Maybe force some sort of concession in terms of maybe getting this pass pawn on d5. I'm not sure how big it is, but it's an interesting idea. Maybe now rook c6 is the way to go. I still think black should have played knight c5. What? I would have gone rook c6 without thought. I think rook d6 is just... It's just so strong. But we could do it again. There's the chance to do it again after the queen moves. You can do rook c6 again, I guess. Maybe you wait for rook c8 and then you go rook c6. That sounds like a smart... That sounds like good timing to me. Because it's not just about the idea. You got to time it right, yeah? And I think, yeah, maybe bishop e3. I like bishop e3, but maybe there's knight c5 now. Takes and... No, but knight c5, there's knight b6. Okay, so this is good, yeah? There's knight b6, yeah? I mean, yeah, he gets the e4 pawn. Okay, this is strange, because the knight will come back to d6 now. Once the knight blocks on d6, I prefer black. Just because f5, I think, will come very quickly. Yeah, no question. He's a strong positional player. He's going to find knight 8 instantly. No? Very strange. Very strange. I don't understand what's going on here. Well, we'll see. Maybe after some moves, I might start to understand a bit. Meanwhile, let's look at the other games. Wow, this game is just so slow. It's just out of the opening, these guys. What is this guys doing? Knight f3, knight c6. Yeah, they just came out of the opening, these guys. Like, there's this crazy position, and then this is just like some opening. Right. Okay. Anyway, any other games? Bishop f4. Oh yeah, this guy. This was the one where he blundered a piece, yeah? We have seen this one. And it's a piece. Piece is a piece, my friend. Yeah. Okay. In other more competitive games, I don't understand black's play. Like, in the previous game, he was playing so perfect positional chess, and now it's like... it's like a different person playing, yeah? And that is how chess works sometimes. Sometimes you play a great game, and you just feel great, and then the next game you play a game that, you know, makes you feel like an idiot. And now I think White's getting what he wants. He gets his knight to c4. The knight should have been on d6 like 10 moves ago. And instead, White's the one getting his pieces in. I just don't understand any of the decisions, really. I don't understand anything. Okay, I guess one idea could be like rook f1 and f4. And just as I say that, he goes king h2, which completely rules out like f4 ideas in the future. Yeah, I don't really know what White's plan is if he's not going for f4. Now black finds knight e8. Finally, he's going for this idea. Yeah, that's right. Knight belongs on d6. Now play f6. By the way, White always had the option of bishop g5 and snapping off the knight earlier. Before the knight moved back to e8, of course. So maybe that was worth consideration. Of course, that would give black dark squares. So, you know, it was a double-edged decision. In chess, decisions are often not very clear-cut, especially as you get stronger. And it's more and more double-edged, yeah? So there's no clear black and white answer, so whether it's good, yeah? Only a bit of a, you know, a bit of a gray area. It really depends on the specifics. And sometimes it can be hard to evaluate, like just now. So I can't fault him for not going for that. But now I feel like black is already... Well, I wouldn't say he's... Actually, he might be doing well. Yeah, f5 is coming up. He's getting some counterplay. Some serious counterplay. This is looking like a nice King's Indian. Now suddenly there are a lot of moves here in this game, which is surprising. Here f3 is good. Good idea, just sort of cementing the center. That's what you'd want to do with White. You don't want to open up stuff here without some sort of concrete justification. Okay, but we still need to find a way to make progress. We'll just try to consolidate for now, I guess, is White's idea. And at some point, you could consider some sort of sacrifices, maybe like knight b6, knight a5. Just to crash on the queen side. But I don't think White is ready for that. Well, bishop f2, and I guess the pawns are gonna start rolling, yeah? Some sort of g5. Something like that. We will see. I feel like black's play is very easy though. He just starts to push, and we have to like find the right time to make the sack. We're gonna have to do it at some point. Because otherwise, like, what is our play ever on the queen side? It's nothing, yeah? We have to find a way to like sack at some point, I guess. But how? I don't know. It's not obvious to me what the best way to do it is. Okay, black's attack is not coming yet. Maybe we have a few moves to prepare this. Yeah. Not so sure what to do. If I play knight b6 now, queen b6, bishop c5, you just move your queen back to b7 or something. Yeah. I'm not sure. I can get 2 pawns for it, but your pieces are gonna blockade these pawns very well. So black offers a draw. You know, I'll be very tempted to take it as white, because I think if anything, white's play is maybe a bit easier. Bishop c4, king. So I mean, black's play is a little bit easier. He can play on the queen side, on the king side. But okay, it's still solid. Still solid for both sides. I think if I was black, I would actually use the bishop to block on d6, because I don't think my bad bishop's doing that much anyways. At some point, it will go back to e7 and to h4. That would be the plan. Okay, it blocks with the queen. It also makes sense, I have to say. It also makes sense. Wow, white is the one trying to open the king side. This is intriguing. White doesn't fear anything here. If f takes, he wants some sort of bishop g3. I think I would take f takes and like try some sort of rook f8. I don't know, it feels a bit dubious to play g3. Yeah, I get white has no ideas, but yeah, you are creating a lot of weaknesses for yourself. g5. Okay, that's also fine. That's also fine. Yeah. That should be fine as well. I feel like if I was like black, or even if I was white or even black, I would consider seriously bringing my king to the queen side. Some sort of running. We have to defend this now. Goes queen g2. I understand that he doesn't want to play g4 and close everything up, but maybe he might have to do it at some point. Anyhow, I think it's probably a good idea to try to bring the king somewhere here. I guess that's what he's going for. That's why he's played rook h1. It's the only reason I can see rook h1 being that good, is to try to run the king. I think black could seriously consider doing something like that as well. Just running to the queen side. Although it's not so easy because we can open a g file as soon as the black king steps up. Oh, okay. We are about to see that maybe. The black king is going to run as well. This is looking like it's really heating up at this point, yeah? Yeah. I guess white had better just bring his king, yeah? I don't see any reason why not to. I mean, maybe he wants to try to exploit this takes and h4. But at the same time, it's double-edged, yeah? Because our king is not ready yet for this type of operation. Maybe it could make sense, though. Okay, king f1. Now the king's gonna go to f7 for sure. And run. I feel like if I was black, I would put the rook on g7 before like running the king to g8. Kind of a bit like what white was doing. But okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too bad still. King f7, the king's gonna run. It's quite clear both sides gonna run their king to the queen side. And at some point, white's gonna play gh and like play h4. Question is when. You know, to be honest, this opening on the king side, it's actually making a lot more and more sense to me on every move. Because white is the one that controls all these breaks. Yeah, white can control when to open the file. Maybe black could probably play fg at some point, and he probably should. But white's the one that's like, they go to control. I still think the king should walk all the way first before you do anything. Let's look at some of the other games. Oh, this one is looking really good for Richard. I mean, Rayon has sacked a pawn. I mean, Rayon has gained a pawn, but he can't castle at all. I don't even know how he's supposed to like get any of his pieces out. It's looking super, super good for white. Super good. Rook d1. Maybe you can go bishop c5 at some point. It looks really, really nice. Huge pressure, just massive, massive pressure. And black's queen is just so far out of the game. It's gonna be hard to neutralize our ideas, really. Maybe you can try knight. If you play knight e4, then I mean the queen just goes back. Yeah? Something like queen f4. Yeah, or even queen c7 is worth consideration. Just to keep an eye on this bishop, not letting him castle. Either way, it looks really nice for white. Yeah. Okay, he's trying knight e4. He's trying to see what white does. I guess queen f4, maybe he'll try something like queen f5. Of course, the idea of black is always just to trade queens. If black can trade queens, he will have solved a lot of his problems. And of course, white's not going to allow that. And I just realized, actually, I thought maybe he could get something like rook d8, but the pawn on b7 starts to hang. And then bishop b6 becomes an idea. So, not looking very good. I guess bishop b6 now. What else? Because queen b7, maybe rook b8, yeah? And the queen could be in trouble. So I think I would definitely start with bishop b6 first. And then I'll decide. I think bishop b6 is definitely the right way to do. Then I think I'll start with rook d1 after your queen moves or something. It looks really, really nice for white. And he's actually up on the clock, unlike the previous game. He was like way down. So things are really looking up for him. What can I say? Things are really looking good for white. Bishop b6, of course. These kids, they are very strong at chess. What can I say? They are very strong. Queen f5, rook d1. This is such a miserable position for black. Like, when you play the French, this is the one position you don't want to have. Oh boy. Queen b5. Okay. I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to play rook c8. Okay, rook d1 I guess should be played. I mean, mate in one thread is never bad, right? Oh, I see his idea now. He might want to try for castles. And in rook d7, he tries like rook c8 or something. Wow. I mean, if that works, it's brilliant, yeah? But does it? Maybe there's queen f4 still. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. As pretty as it looks, it doesn't work, yeah? But actually, if we don't do anything, castle is a threat. Wow. a4, hitting that queen. That looks strong. That looks very strong. Actually, one idea you could even have is like, if you go queen b4, then a5 is very strong. Not only is there threat of rook a4, but also the bishop is secure. That's the main thing. Once the bishop is secure, these castle ideas never work anymore. Actually, a5 looks just crushing. Yeah, rook a4 is it's also another pretty nasty threat. Yeah, it's threatening to win a piece, by the way. So, yeah, not a good reply to it. I think queen d6. I can take on b7. He plays rook d1. I mean, fair enough. It's strong. It's very strong. Again, castles. What's gonna happen? Rook d7, rook c8. Okay, plays knight f6. So that's our move. Knight d5 is not an idea. The bishop controls that square, and so does the rook. By the way, you could even sack the rook. So, I mean, if the bishop wasn't there, he would even sack the rook. So that's not the way. Okay, how to continue? It looks so good. It looks really, really good. But it's not good enough to consider like rook d7 ideas yet. By the way, castles might be an idea. Yeah? Just like sack this and... Yeah, castles is a big threat now. So we need to get something now, yeah. Oh dear. I'm just thinking, is it time for a5? If castles, then we play rook d7. Knight d7, queen d7. You still can't play rook d8. You still can't move anything. a5 looks like a very interesting way to do it. Knight d4, does that allow castles? Castles, what is his idea? Don't quite understand. He better have something good after castles. Otherwise, black is doing well, yeah? I don't understand this idea. Is he planning like this? No, this can't work, yeah. Rook d4, that's like queen c3. Now bishop c6. I think black is taking over already. He's gonna have a lot of threats on the king. Yeah, that's why these positions they can look very good, but you also have to be very careful when you're playing them. Otherwise, I think the thing is that black can easily take over in these type of games. If you're not careful, just one or two careless moves, one or two slow moves, and before you know it, black is better. Not only is he in the game, but he's even better. That being said, okay, white still has trumps. I like rook d4, queen c3, and put the other rook on d1. White still has some trumps in the sense that, well, I mean, you can play knight d5 and okay, it's bad. Okay, no, it's not bad. Knight d5 is not good. Yeah, bishop d5, e d5, even rook takes d5 there. Yeah. Okay, so that's good for that's an improvement for white. So not knight d5. Rook c8 is probably more sensible. Yeah. And maybe now it's time for knight d5. I don't know. Could be possible. Knight d5, bishop d5, bishop d5. Also, a lot of white stuff is hanging here. So, he does it. We are going for this. Bishop d5, bishop d5. A lot of stuff is hanging. His pawn is hanging. And the white structure is destroyed. The bishop on b6 is terrible. So you see, it's just one or two slow moves. It wasn't even like a bad move. It was just a little slow. And before you know it, black is taking over. Black is gonna win this game. Rook d2. Although white is fighting. Bishop d4 is a very serious idea. It's very serious. Oh, that's a nice move. That's a nice move. Queen f6. I like that. That's a nice way to play. Oh. Yeah, if there was ever any doubt as to who was in charge, well, that move settles the score. Why did you not go rook g4? I don't understand. We wouldn't be scared of rook d5 for sure. Okay. Yeah, now rook c4, queen e4, yeah? Rook c4 followed by queen e4 is crushing. Oh, goes for this. He's torturing his opponent. And a nasty guy. He doesn't even want to win quickly. He just wants to choose the slowest win to torture his opponent. Yeah, you can still take it. There's nothing stopping you. Takes, there's rook takes. And there's nothing. Queen e4, finish. It's over. And white's gonna get flagged. Mate, and that's over. Wow. That was a sad game to watch. What can I say? That was sad. Whoa, white is winning here. So white managed to get the breakthrough in. Wow. That's a marathon game, this one. Yeah, he's gonna win. 13 seconds is too much to try to flag. Just f7 and you can even pre-move f8. Yeah, you can pre-move f8 because black still has this pawn, yeah? Yeah, just f8 and it's mate. Bishop c2 next move, it's finished. Yeah, I guess that's mate as well. Yeah, that's also mate. There we go. Alright. So back to the tournament, and leaders Kumar, Ryong, and Smurf and Ritesh. Okay. We're gonna see some interesting games now, I guess. This is round number 3. Wait, no, this is round number 4. So after this round, there will be a 5-minute break. I should probably schedule that. So there will be a 5-minute break after this round. And after that, we will be back for the next round, yeah. No break yet. The round will start now, but after this next round, after round 4, there will be a break. So don't go anywhere. Okay. Kumar has gone for this. Wow, Harif is just going for the caveman attack. I like that. I respect the hustle. I used this same method against Andika, actually, Pitra Andika in our Blitz game. But I didn't play like Knight 3, but it transposes, yeah? Okay, and it transposes. I just like jammed the H pawn down and somehow he got mated. So it works, I guess. Especially in these 10-minute games or less. 10 minutes is technically Blitz, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, not only chess is considered rapid, but in FIDE, I believe it's still considered like blitz. I could be wrong about this. I think anything more than 10 minutes is rapid. I think 10 minutes is borderline. Of course, if I may be wrong, so you're free to correct me on this, certainly. Wow. Black is just playing like nothing is going on. I respect, man. He's just playing like, nothing is happening. E5, wow. This guy, I don't know who the hell this guy is, but he's playing well. He's playing well, this guy. This bishop takes. It's looking very nice. Okay, I think it's looking very nice. Maybe he's not playing that well after all. Maybe he's just playing fast, and sort of the intimidation factor he's trying to get at. We can even try king f1, just to get out of this e file. And then we try to continue, yeah? Some sort of bishop d3, e5. Okay, queen d3 is protecting that pawn, I guess. That being said, you can go for the black and try some knight c5, and, this seems like something black should welcome, yeah? Some sort of endgame. Although maybe e5 is strong there. Not sure, we will see. Okay, well, we will not see, I guess. Bishop's gonna drop back to e3. We will not see that. Maybe we can try some knight g4, yes, but knight g4, e5. You always gotta be careful about e5 when it's coming in. Okay, black is playing well. He's threatening knight takes e4, as far as I can see. And so is white, threatening knight d5. Oops. Let's see how it continues. Maybe something like queen e6 could be worth consideration. Could be an idea, certainly. Also, some sort of knight e5 is not out of the question. Wow, he just allows knight d5, really? Wow. Queen takes e4 is his idea, yeah? Wow, okay. Oh, I like this, but maybe knight e5 though. Knight e5. Is this so nice? Maybe queen just removes and it's nice, yeah? Just queen g3 and next move, knight d5 is still coming up. So, maybe it's still good. Still good, yeah, for us. What? Is allowing knight f5? I don't understand this. Knight f5 is crushing. This is very strange play. Don't understand this at all. Knight f5 is crushing, right? Don't understand this. Black is in such big trouble now. Yeah, this is a disaster for black. It's a positional, it's a complete disaster. It's a free queen, yeah. Let's grab the queen and it's finished. Alright, this is gonna take some time to win. We'll check back in a while to see if white is getting on well with the conversion. Takes the pawn, that's right. And we'll see. Any other interesting games? There is this game. It's looking very, very balanced. Ray Young is known for his extremely solid play. Loves these sort of symmetrical positions. If he could get a symmetrical position in every game, he would. That's how solid he is. So, yeah, okay. Here it's nothing, yeah? Still nothing. We'll check back in a while. So far the positions aren't looking that interesting. Oh, this one is interesting. This is interesting. Blitzkrieg Frenzy. I like the Blitzkrieg here. The Blitzkrieg is a big attack. Yeah. I mean, like, I guess it's fitting given his username. Just take with a pawn, yeah? I mean, what can I say? Rook f6 is coming up. Queen b2 is coming up. The attack is so schnell, as they would say. Okay, this one is... What? Whoa. What's going on? Bishop f3, and he's just blundered knight e5. Oh dear, I jinxed it, yeah? Saying I was gonna win this game. Suddenly it's completely open. It's completely open again. I guess you gotta like gotta move the queen surely, right? Queen g3. What? No. No, 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 no. This cannot be good. Surely this cannot be good. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of pawns for it, but black's also gonna get these two bishops. The two bishops are gonna count for something, right? Not to mention, black's gonna start hitting your weaknesses. You're gonna play rook d8, exactly, and these pawns are gonna start getting hit. Okay, next step is probably bring the knight somehow. And I'll try to activate the bishop. Thinking some knight g4 ideas. Could be interesting. So we'll get the knight to e5. We'll see. We'll see. How is the blitzkrieg going? It's not going too well. White has consolidated, but black is still doing fine. Black is obviously still fine. Maybe a little bit more than fine. But definitely not that huge attack that we were seeing just a moment ago. So things have stabilized here. Has this been a great drawn yet? No, I guess not. Knight f5, knight f5. Of course you play knight f5, so he's not going to miss that. Queen goes back to c7, and then bishop drops back. It's still quite equal though, I gotta say. Still very equal. Yeah, here we can see the power of the bishops, yeah? The bishops are just so powerful. Bishop takes e4, of course. Now rook moves. I guess you have to play rook d1. Otherwise, if you go rook c1, then bishop d3, yeah? So you go to play rook d1. Okay, now what? I reckon I probably prefer not to trade it. So now rook e8. That does allow rook d7. Yeah, but maybe I just go king e6 there. No, I can't do it. I can't do king e6. What am I talking about? Give king g6, then rook d6. I don't know if that's something we should be annoyed of. Maybe we just go king g5 there. And just claim that we are doing well. It does it. It does rook e8. Wow. Check king g6. Because I just want to keep the rooks. I feel like having a rook is going to be very useful together with these bishops. Because the bishops always do well when they have like some additional support of some other pieces. And this rook is going to support it quite well. Okay. Rook d7, I guess, has to be played, right? No, it plays king f1, so no. But not b takes c4 is fantastic, of course. Bishop d3, and this is just great. It's just a great position. There's not even anything to say. It's fantastic position now. Also, the pawn on b2 is a big problem, yeah? Even rook to e7 is interesting at this point because of how weak this pawn is on b2. When we goes for this, okay, that's also good. Yeah, rook d6, king g5, I reckon. And again, it's a problem, this pawn on b2. It's always the problem, this pawn. So, yeah, it's looking very nice for black at this moment. It's just looking great. Let's check out the other game. So knight f5 was played, queen c7, and the knight comes to f6. So black's saying, okay, no problem, your knight goes to e4. I gotta agree with him. I don't think he has, and white has anything here. And if anything, white better start playing more quickly. Otherwise, given the fact he's so low on time, he could get into trouble. Remember, there's no increment here. So when you're down to like no time, then you really have no time. That is the issue. It's not like our other ChessFM tournaments where there's 5+3 and a 3 seconds increment. You can kind of live off it in online chess. It's not too bad. But with no increment, you're gonna get flagged. Whoa! Suddenly the attack is flat anew. Wow. What is this? How do you even deal with this threat on f2? Maybe you have to play f4. I cannot allow black to take rook takes f2 or like queen takes f2. That's terrible. So maybe I just play f4, yeah? And let him take on e3 then. Okay, but that's really bad. Maybe I need to try to attack this pawn on c4 somehow. But also, I don't see how. This is very strange. This is very strange. Maybe if I go queen d4, what do you do? Let's say queen f2, I can play queen c4. Maybe this is not too bad. Oh, maybe it is bad. I don't know. There is like this lift though in the rook, which can be very dangerous. It's looking very dangerous for white, actually. That's why I would actually be tempted to play f4. Wow. Queen e5. Oh, this is nice. Queen takes, he wants rook b8 and queen e8. Wow, this is a nice idea. Takes, check, and queen e8. Yeah, it's not mate. Black has g5 there. But, okay, white plays queen e4 and, you know, it's going to be some sort of okay position for white, I guess. No, it's still queen f5, yeah? And the pawn on c5 is probably going to be an issue now. We will see. I guess black needs to take the pawn. It's the only way. Because otherwise, if white plays f4, I think black is... Actually, black could be in danger, yeah? If white plays f4. Because then g5 becomes a lot harder to play. I don't know. It's an interesting position. I would take the pawn and like ask white to prove. Retouch is 100% going to check on b8. By the way, I realized king h7 is not the only move. There is rook f8 as well. And if queen e6, I think I can play queen f7 there. So maybe this is also a nice way to try it, yeah? Is it like that good? I'm not sure, but it also looks like a nice endgame. Those positions. Of course, if you then trade the rooks, the queen endgame won't be that easy to win, but we will be pressing. That's clear. Das ist klar. Let's see if... Did this? What? How? Oh no! I jinxed it. I was like asking when a draw was gonna be agreed and guy hung a piece. Speechless, man. Just speechless. It's the commentator's curse, isn't it? It's a real thing, commentator's curse. It's very real. By the way, black's gonna win this game. And there's not gonna be any commentators. Or is there? b3? Imagine if like black doesn't win this game. That would be terrible. I'm gonna feel so guilty if all the guys that, you know, I say is gonna win, I say I'm gonna win and I jinx it, yeah. b3 is only move, yeah? What else are you gonna do? You better just do it, yeah. c3, I can take c2, I guess I have... Wait, I have rook d5 and rook c5, so... Yeah, you gotta play b3. Yeah, black has tries. He can even try move like bishop e5. It's not out of the question. Although there's g3 there, yeah? So, maybe not that great. Then b takes c4 might be coming up. Okay, he takes, so I guess white needs to take, yeah? Of course not rook d3, b2. He needs to take, rook takes, and... Maybe this is winning, maybe not. It's... I still think it's winning just because the bishops are gonna be so strong. The bishops are gonna be so strong, that's the thing. Because even like these endgames, yeah, rook b3, bishop b3, as long as black doesn't lose this pawn, which he isn't going to lose the pawn, he should be doing well. Or maybe this is even better. Bishop e5, check g3, bishop e4. Is it... I mean, why has to play f3 there, yeah? This is a disaster. It's a total disaster, this. This is fantastic play from black. All of a sudden, it's playing great again. After messing things up earlier, now it's back to playing great chess. What can I say? Bishop e4 is finished. It's finished. I don't know why he's thinking so long. What is he thinking about? f4 and like just king g6, yeah? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I feel his time management is a bit weird, but yeah. Okay, it's winning. Rook h1, okay. And it's finished. How about the Blitzkrieg guy? Well, we are going down that line, yeah? Queen e4, queen f5 is the idea of Blitzkrieg. And here... Wow. It's a sign of Perpetua. 9. No, it cannot be perpetual, huh? It is perpetual, yeah? Wow. Unbelievable. It's a perpetual. Like, the only way to get out of it is to, like, play rook f7, yeah? Or to play king f5 and after e4 probably get mated, yeah? Either way, it's not a great choice. Rook f7 gives this guy up with check. This check, and I'm not better, yeah? We're not better at all. Maybe we can try to play this if we want to play for a win. Perhaps we should be playing for a win. Takes, and like some queen f6, something like that. But okay, I don't think we're really gonna win that. That being said, we could... What? Ooh, this is asking for it, yeah? This is really asking for it. King f5, and you didn't even play e4, wow. Maybe e4, king g4, check and check and king h5. It's not that easy, yeah? Maybe it's not so easy. But now what's black supposed to do? Okay, there's queen e4 check, king h5. I mean, this is still good for black, yeah? As crazy as this seems, king h5? It's almost mate, but it's not mate, yeah? g4, king h4. Actually, black is the one that's giving mate here, so white better not touch the pawn. He takes on c4. This is definitely the right decision, I think. Unless there's like some weird move like this. Is that a move? What does white do against that? I'm just thinking, what do you do against rook f3? It's just like no move. It's ridiculous, this, yeah? This is crazy. This is so crazy. The most crazy game I've ever seen. What's got nothing? I really hope these guys are not stream sniping. That would be very much against the spirit of this tournament. But if these guys are finding this, you know, in real time, then my goodness, I mean, kudos to these guys. I'm not even sure I would see this in a tournament game. Now king h4, black's giving mate, yeah? It's giving mate easily. It's too easy even. Wow, this is epic stuff. This is so epic. I guess like queen g3, rook e3 is finished, yeah? Oh, rook h3! Rook h3 was mate! Rook h3 was mate! Rook h3 was mate just now. This was checkmate in one. Okay, it's still finished, yeah. Now it's finished. Okay. Wow. We have some really strong players in this tournament. So really strong players. So there's gonna be 5 minutes till the next round. We will see, we will see. Who's in the lead? Kumar. Yeah, Kumar. After blundering his queen. Is now... Yeah, it's now back. He's come back from that. And yeah, Rayang, Kumar, Blitzkrieg, yeah, they're on full points. They're gonna play in the next few rounds. One of them is gonna play another 4 points. Then another one is gonna play Hari. So either way, I think someone's gonna... Either way, this situation is gonna be clarified at the top. So we'll see how it goes. And there are also a lot of guys on 3 out of 4. So those guys have good chances as well to make some sort of comeback. We'll see. I'll see you guys in 4 minutes and take a quick break, and I'll see you soon. Don't go anywhere, by the way. Alright, I'm back and a little bit late, but the round has started. But we have to probably edit this tournament so that, because I don't want everyone to be waiting 5 minutes between the next few rounds. So I'm gonna make sure that the interval is back to 5 seconds, and that will be the case for the rest of the tournaments. Sorry, for the rest of the rounds. I'm getting a bit tired myself. Bishop d7. Ru Yang is known for his very solid play. It's a very solid line. More aggressive players would have just castled and gone for this line. Takes, and bishop h3. Which is obviously like crazy line. And if white doesn't know what to do, he can easily end up in a worse position. Okay. Very solid, very solid. This is Ru Yang style. Meantime, let's go and see if there are any more exciting games. No, we got a Sicilian dragon. Wow, alright. It was a dragon, right? Yeah, it definitely was a dragon. This position can only come from one line. I recognize it. This line. I think that's like even a move like bishop e6 here, if I'm not mistaken. Just sacking this guy. But, well, we're going for this, I guess. And, wow. Bishop a3. What? No hurries winning, I guess. But it's still not over yet. Rook d8, there's bishop d3. It's not yet finished. Maybe soon to be finished, but not yet finished. Maybe you just go rook d8, you just take it and go bishop c4. And then trade more stuff and you should be winning, yeah? That should be an easy win. I'm not sure this is that great though. Takes rook d2. Okay, maybe it's really good also. King b1 and take g2. That's really good as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's winning. Bishop a3 was an unfortunate blunder. I think he should have gone b3. I didn't understand why he didn't go b3. Maybe like some rook c8. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. These things are always a bit weird. Oh, the other rook to c8. And the bishop moves, then bishop takes, yeah? So these things are always a bit weird. Okay, in any case, black is absolutely winning at this point. Yeah, black's gonna win this game. So, we are gonna have one of our leaders go down. Blitzkrieg's gonna lose this game for sure. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this game. Still very solid. Typical Marozzi. Very, very solid for both sides. Oops, it's the wrong game. Let's see if there are any other games ongoing. Let's see. Well, Smurf is up a piece, as far as I can see. That, if I'm not mistaken, looks like an extra piece. So that's a win for white. I'm not gonna worry about jinxing it because it's not gonna be jinxed. Yeah, its piece is too much to jinx. The jinx doesn't even work when it's that big. This one, I don't know. I actually like black. This feels like a, it feels like one of those. It looks like a very, very good version of the Banco. I guess the knight comes to b6 now, tries to go to c4. Oh, still knight b6, b3, yeah? Okay, we will see how this goes. Because the Banco in general is actually a good line, yeah? It's just that black's facing some concrete issues in some of the main lines. But the structure in general is very nice, and it's very sound. So, yeah, this is sound, yeah. This seems like a good position for black. But we'll see. It will have to do with some sort of play on the queen side, of course. How exactly, we'll see. One very typical idea is to actually move this knight and try to bring the knight this way. You could try that. And that has the added advantage of, neutralizing any e5 ideas, which could be quite annoying. But at the same time, white's going to play king h2, bring his rook in. We will see. It's going to be a big fight, that's for sure. Okay, any other games? Let's see. Because I think there should be some more interesting games. Whoa, this game is heating up. Why play e5? I think that was premature. Bishop d7 I didn't understand. Maybe he was trying to get knight g4, but like just h3 would have been really good, yeah? Stopping knight g4. Instead, I feel e5 is wrong timing, of course. Now knight g4 and black's just taking that pawn, yeah? Black takes knight e5 and he's better. He's maybe winning, yeah? Knight takes e5, it's no comp. It's free pawn. Free pawn for nothing. Just nothing for this pawn. Just nothing. Nothing to even say about this. It's a free pawn. Okay. Well, we have seen this knight e8 move. I did say it was typical, right? You bring the knight to b5. It's very standard in these type of lines. Not necessarily good, but standard. Here it's good. No question about this. There's no question about being standard. This is definitely good. Anything else? No. By the way, in that game, the Sicilian Dragon game, White's getting crushed. And it's just lost. And it's resigned. Okay. Painful game. Especially when you're leading the tournament and that happens. That's the worst thing, isn't it? Okay, this somehow went completely wrong for black. I don't know how. Yeah, there's some Scandinavian. Okay, but still not so easy. It feels really bad for black. Like, usually this structure with a protected passer is really good. But the thing is that we can't really push the pawn to b6 yet. We would love to, of course, if we can get just the pawn just one square further to b6 and b7, we're gonna win material. But not so easy. Still not so easy. There is also ideas like knight b6 and maybe grabbing this pawn on c4 on a very good day for us. Rook a7 makes sense, I guess. Knight b6, why not? Just hit that pawn. Is it taken bishop c7 now? Does that make sense? Rook d8, yeah, I think it's good, yeah. Rook d8 and bishop c7 is... Oh dear. Let's not talk about that. That's a disaster. Well, what is a disaster is this for white, of course. Rook b8, rook b2. It's the very definition of a disaster. Speaks for itself, no? I know what it's pausing for. It's trying to think of whether there are any bishop moves so he can play bishop d4, but there's going to be rook d1 against all of them. Also, if you take, there's going to be rook d1. Where you can take... If you take c3 now, rook d7. It's not so easy. It's not so simple now, yeah? Not so easy. Huh? Oh, sorry. I've had a long day. Something like that. Queen c8. Okay, actually this is possible. But I guess knight d5 is relatively safe for white. There's also knight a4. Maybe knight a4 is better. So then next move you go b3. And actually looks really good for white. Yeah. An extra pawn. It's very imbalanced, obviously, and we've seen, of course, that the two bishops are very strong. But it's still a pawn. That's the first thing. And yeah, everything's very solidly protected. So we'll see what black's gonna do about that. I think that a5 is pretty obvious. Here it's finished, yeah. Bishop c7, and I guess it was finished, yeah. That was unfortunate. Now it's over. Well, we'll see what happens here. Queen c4. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, it looks really good for black now, yeah. I did predict that this was gonna happen. That, yeah, this is not what you want to have if you're white in, you're facing the Banco structure. It's all fun and games for black now, and not for white. Oh, it's played knight d5. This is actually okay for black, I think. He plays rook b2. Okay, the pawn rolls, that's true, but at the same time, it's not going too far, I reckon. Just king g7 is necessary to play e6, because you need to move e6, otherwise, you know, you won't be able to move the bishop. That's the thing. So I think we play king g7, play e6, and then we can start to hit this pawn at rook c8. So, oh, I did say this guy is good at positional play, yeah? Now I guess e6, and then, okay, then we'll try to move the bishop somehow. Can also play bishop e5, yeah? Try to stop that pawn. He plays rook c8. Okay, okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I get his idea, actually. He wants e6, and now he wants to, like, chase the bishop, and after which he wants to take this pawn, yeah? He wants to take either this pawn or this pawn, depending on where the bishop moves. It's a nice idea. It's a nice idea. And if rook c1, he'll gain the additional idea of just bishop d4 immediately. And he can just, like, if we play something like rook c1, I can check, and then play f5, e5. This is an even better version of what I suggested. So this is even better than what I suggested. His play is good. The issue, of course, is the time is a bit low, so we'll see if he's any good at flagging, I guess. Okay. I'm not sure about what's going on here. Oh, maybe he wants a5, rook b5, but then a6, you know, it can get a bit dodgy, yeah? These positions, they can get dodgy, yeah? I mean, this Kumar Kar, I have no idea who is Kumar Kar, but he's playing great, yeah? He's playing some great chess. Rook f4. White is like getting crushed at this point, yeah? He's getting completely crushed. Yeah, and I think the a pawn is just gonna move here, just gonna push, and it's gonna be hard to deal with this. Of course, Rion's not gonna give up without a fight. He's gonna bring his bishop back, and I guess he can try bishop d8. That could be interesting. Yeah, bishop d8 and try to get his bishop along this diagonal. That feels like an interesting way to do it. Okay, he does this very similar idea. Goes bishop c3 and trying to blockade on a5. Yeah. Okay, it's quite clear white is in the driver's seat, but there's still some play. We can play f5. Okay, we gotta move the bishop first, of course. Bishop a5, I guess. Oh dear. But that is not a move you want to see if you want to defend this. Still rook b8 though. Maybe rook b8, try for rook b4. g5. Okay, I can see what he wants to do. He wants to create a passer, which is correct. But it's gonna be hard to play f5. That's why I wanted to actually go for the passer this way. But, okay. Yeah. We'll see. Anyhow, it's not an easy position for black. I know he has ideas like king f6. He's gonna have to try king f6 and try to hit the bishop. And if the bishop moves back, then we go king g6 and try for f5. Like if the bishop goes back, then king g6 and we try for f5. If the bishop doesn't move, we go king e5. Maybe he can try king e3 so that if king e5, he can now take the pawn as the bishop's defended. I mean, that could be possible. Then maybe we get rook h8 though. I don't know. This is tense. This is gonna be pretty tense. White's thinking about his move. We're gonna quickly jump to another game. Yeah, this game is actually I don't really mind what White has done over the previous moves. Rook b2, okay. Maybe some sort of rook b1. I mean, also rook c2 is possible, yeah. Something to offer the trade of rooks. The rook is too strong. By the way, we have gotten here, and what? This rook... No, that's not rook d8, because rook d7. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think this is what he missed, yeah. Rook d8, rook d7, and this is lost. Yeah, this is exactly what I was afraid might happen, yeah. It's just dead. It's dead. Rook d7 is so dead here. It's so lost. That endgame cannot be saved. It's impossible to save. But then what else are you gonna do? It's a disaster. Yeah, he tries for it, but I don't think it can be saved. I think the pawns are too far apart. Oh wait, is he just taking the pawn? Wait, no, I'm blind. He just takes the pawn, yeah? He just takes the pawn and it's a draw, wow. Yeah, you can get king b5, but I'll just move the bishop this way, yeah? That's the thing. And I'm in time to play king c7. Everything's just blocked up. No, actually, maybe I'll wait. I can wait with the bishop even. And if king a6, then I go king c7, yeah? I'm going king c7 now as well. It's also possible. Point is, I don't want the king to get to b7. That's the only thing I need to be worried about. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. He's bringing the king to a7. And then, literally, he can just put his bishop on a4 and pre-move king a6, b8, yeah? And when the king goes far, and when the king comes closer, then you sort of pre-move bishop g3, h4, bishop g3, h4. When the king comes here, you pre-move the king again. That's the trick. We'll see. See what it does. Yeah, White's only chance is to go for the flag at this point. But, okay, I don't think it's gonna succeed. It's gonna be a draw. And if it's a draw, then we will again have 3 people in the lead. But, I mean, one of them is gonna change. Harry is gonna be one of the leaders for sure. We'll see. There's no way to make progress, but... yeah. Just move the bishop. Just move. You gotta just move, yeah? You gotta play bishop f2 and like pre-move bishop h4 or something. Otherwise... yeah. You just gotta move, yeah? The whole point is that... I mean, White can't make progress, but he's gonna go for the flag. So you can't be slow. If you're slow, then you get flagged, yeah? Bishop f2 and, you know, bishop h4 and like, just go, yeah? Just go. The reason I want to put the bishop on h4 is so I don't run into like h4 ideas, yeah? Because those can be nasty. Like, this sort of pre-move, like trying to exploit the pre-move like that, it can happen, yeah? Yeah. I don't know whether you can make 50 moves in time, that's the thing. And I think White will play h4 at some point. Is a question, yeah? I think he will get flagged here, unfortunately. h4? No, h4 you can take. h4 takes is a draw. h4 takes is a draw. Take is a draw. Take and then h3. And this like, that's a draw, yeah? Just take and it's a draw. No, it's not a draw. It's not a draw. It's lost, yeah? It's the wrong color, yeah? Takes king f4 and king h3, king g3. It's lost. This is lost, yeah? You just take and then the king escorts. King escorts and... no, not this way. King escorts this way and then pawn push, yeah? It's finished. It's finished. Like, he ran into that one thing that he shouldn't have run into. And he's gonna lose the game. Oh dear. Oh dear. What a disaster. What a disaster. Especially like when your opponent's struggling to find such a simple idea. It's frustrating, yeah? Yeah, he's gonna lose this one. King f7, g7's finished, yeah. g7 and it's over. This is just over. By the way, wow, this is gonna be an interesting endgame, yeah? This is really interesting. We'll see, it's actually getting close to flag view at this point. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, this one is obviously lost, yeah. King v6, and then you just play a7, it's finished. Here it's crazy. King c4? What's gonna happen? Is it gonna be a draw? No! Ritesh is going for the flag. He's going for the flag. Oh, the knight is trapped! The knight is trapped! No, he's gonna get flagged. He's gonna get so flagged. There's not even any chance. Yeah, flag. Sad. What can you do? Gotta be faster. That's all I can say. Like, in these games when you get flagged, you really only have yourself to blame, really. Alright, back to the tournament. There's one game going on. Okay. It's an interesting game. I couch potato. Knight d4. The knight is gonna run. Like, White King's gonna run. I don't know why he didn't go to e5 and why White Black didn't take that pawn. All these decisions are just puzzling to me. Oh, I know why. They have no time. That's why. That makes sense. Yeah, now the pawn and queens. Just a4. This knight takes and like pre-move all the way to queen. Pre-move all the way to queen, of course. You need to pre-move. Yep. Pre-move queen e6. Pre-move like some random king move. It's finished. Yeah. And that's the next round. That's round 5. So yeah. Wow, Kumar Kar's gonna take the sole lead. This is crazy. This is just crazy. Okay, so now Hari's playing Kumar Kar. Interesting stuff. Okay. knight f3. This is gonna be the game. I don't know who Kumaka is, but he is strong, so I can say. He is very strong. Okay, Scotch Gambit. Interesting choice. Yeah. It's actually quite a nice version of this Scotch Gambit for white, yeah? Okay, black will probably play knight e7, followed by castles. Okay, it's normal, yeah? It's normal position. Then maybe d6. Yeah, white is compensation. Then white will play bishop a3, followed by e5. That will be his response to that. And we'll see, it will be a mess. And that's what we want to see. Some messy position where all hell breaks loose, really. That's what we want to see. I guess e5 is the main move now, right? And then like castles bishop a3. I don't know. I could be wrong. There's like rook e8, castles knight g6. So you know, maybe it's not the line. It's not the line. I remember there was e5 at some point in these lines. In the meantime, we have Steinitz Rai Lopez. I believe that's what you call this system. Is this a Steinitz? The strict Steinitz? Yeah, it was the Steinitz, yeah? Bishop d7. It's called a Steinitz because Wilhelm Steinitz, the first world champion from the Czech Republic, used to play this line all the time. Sorry, not the Czech Republic. Czech Republic didn't exist at the time. At the time it was called Bohemia. No Czech Republic. Wow. But does that even work? Let's say I play knight takes d4, e takes d4, takes, and isn't that like a better position for me? Roy Young is asking the same questions, I guess. I don't think it works. I don't think it does. Bishop d7 now, queen d7 and c takes d4. And what a nice center we have here. What a nice center. Well, Harry is... Yeah. Harry is crushing this guy. He's absolutely destroying this guy. What can I say? There's no move at all. h6, knight f7 resigns, yeah? I mean, if Harry wins this game, it'll be massive. It'll be absolutely massive. Knight f7 is finished. It's finished it completely. Here it's looking good for white, yeah? Knight e4. Okay. d5 was a good move though. d5 was a good move. e5. Knight e4. f3 does not trap the knight because of knight g3. Unfortunately. Yeah. You could try bishop f4. That's one idea. Trying for f3. But he doesn't want to entertain that at all. I mean, fair enough. I think the knight on e4 was in some danger for sure. So, I can understand that. He wants something more solid. c6, knight c7, e6, something like that. Maybe you'll start with f6 first. Yeah, just to sort of deal with these f4, f5 ideas. Want to take on e5 first. That could be interesting. But I feel like this is a position that's, you know, very much to Roy Young's liking. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Feels like it's going to find a way to make something happen. Now it's over. This one is completely over. As you would expect. Yeah, I mean, if Harry beats Kumar, it's massive. What else can I say? It's just amazing. Let's see if there are any other games going on. We have Smurf against Blitzkrieg Frenzy. Yeah. No Blitzkrieg this time. Just another very close position. No. V takes or D takes? I think V takes for sure, yeah. E3, bishop's gonna come out. Okay, black's breaks in this line usually will be some sort of E5. So it will really revolve on whether black will be able to do that. That's actually a very interesting move. His idea is that he wants to trade off this bad bishop after E3. Makes sense, makes perfect sense. Can white try something like knight E5? But I guess you just go queen C8, yeah? And I guess the knight would then be kicked out by F6. Idea, of course, is that I wanted to play knight takes C6. So one move threat. But yeah, as always, not as always, but as happens in most of these cases, one move threats aren't really that great, yeah. Knight E5 with queen C8, then if queen A4, then just like F6. So yeah, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So not worth it to do that. Okay, so switching back and forth. What? Is this guy for real? Is this guy for real? I'm not gonna say what the move is. I'm gonna be like accused of like helping my students, but no, you cannot do that. You cannot play like that. No, you cannot play like that. Speechless, I'm just speechless. What on earth is going on? I think there's some underage drinking going on, because I don't know how else I can explain that. Yeah? Like, sometimes I make moves like that when I'm drunk, but... these are like, these players are like kids, they shouldn't be drunk, yeah? If they're drunk, then there's a problem. Okay. We'll leave it at that. I don't know how both players missed that bishop was hanging. It's so dumb. But it happens to all of us, I guess. I shouldn't be too harsh on these guys. They're just kids. I think my expectations of kids have just been warped by the extraordinary level of play we've just seen throughout this whole tournament. Like, we've seen some great positional wins. Like, positional wins I'll be proud to play, really. And quite a few of them. So then when I see games like that, okay, I feel better about myself. Yeah. Okay, knight c7. Because I mean, if these kids are playing better than me, then I'll be out of job. Yeah. So that can't be the case. That would be very. That would be very, very weird. Kumaka, 97 accuracy. Yeah, I think Kramnik will be doing the procedure at this point, but then again, there's a reason why it's Kramnik. Of course, we will leave these things to the Lichess detection. Lichess will determine, and we will take that as the final decision. It makes no sense to speculate. Lichess is very good at these things. If you're cheating, you will most likely be bad, from my experience. They're very strict about these, and they take cheating very seriously. Unlike their competitor. Okay, bishop c5. Actually, you know what? This is getting quite interesting. Bishop e3 is only move here. How else is supposed to defend these guys? I don't know why he's thinking so long. You gotta go bishop e3, right? Surely, I mean, you don't go like rook e2, it's too passive. Yeah, rook e8 and knight e6 and knight f4, and no, that's too much. Bishop e3 takes. Okay, it's interesting, yeah, because this is a battle of whose majority is better. White's idea will be to maybe play something like rook f1. I think his idea will be rook f1 and let's try to push these pawns as fast as possible. Black's idea, on the other hand, will be trying to get these guys in. Something like this. So far, I feel like black is a bit faster, but these things, they can change very quickly because it's so imbalanced. So we will see how it goes. So far, I think Black's play is gonna be easier over the next few moves, which definitely matters because this is a blitz game with no increment. And in blitz, it's all about knowing which position. It's all about the position that is easier to play, not necessarily the better position. I think Black's position is easy to play. He plays d4, c5, knight d5, p6 if necessary. Or even can start to push on the queen side. I think Black's position is easy. Okay. Well, we'll come back to this when... Oh well, White's winning here after all. It's completely crushing it. That's a free piece. Yeah, what happened? There was no way to defend that or something. Yeah, somehow this was just all wrong. I don't know why. I mean, I guess White was so focused on getting his pieces out, he forgot that the opponent's piece was hanging. I don't know how else to explain that. But after this, he's playing well, yeah? Knight f6, I don't understand. Now, yeah, after that, Black got crushed, yeah? Yeah. Bishop a5. Oh, this is resourceful. This is very resourceful. Unfortunately, I think... Wait, is that knight takes a5? Knight takes a5, rook b8, and it's just like knight somewhere, just knight c3. Or even knight takes c4. Knight takes c4 at the end. Knight takes a5, rook b8, knight takes c4. That's completely winning, yeah? It's finished. It's totally finished. That's finished, yeah? Just take the bishop and it's finished. Of course, we sees it. It's a strong player, yeah? This is finished. Yeah. Here, I guess you can just like protect that pawn or something. I don't know. At some point, White will have to try to push his pawns on the king's side or something. There's no way White can avoid that. Although he has a lot of ideas he can take. He can play rook c1 just to sort of delay this. But I'm not sure it actually does. Knight e6, yeah? So I think I would just try to like jam my kingside pawns and just pray. Pray that it works. Because this feels like it's not going to help. Yeah? Knight e6 and a rook... Knight e6 is, I think, a very good way. Because not only does it defend the pawn, but it also stops f4. Which is the move Black needs to stop. That's f4. And next he's going to play like rook c8, start pushing his stuff. It's not going to be that nice, yeah? It's going to be quite nasty. Okay. Yeah. What is this? How is he coming back from all of this? What happened here? Did his bishop go on the wrong square or something? Oh, he played rook d1 and like ran into bishop g4. What? Whoa, bishop takes d1. Phew. Phew, this one, what can I say? He's lucky he's not like losing material, yeah? But now it's clear, Black is like doing well, yeah? I don't know what's going on. It's like some weird repetition, I don't know. No, Black is better for sure. Now it's definitely playing on, of course. And I think Black's gonna win this. I don't know. Wow, this Kuma is just coming out of nowhere. He's smashing all these super strong juniors. It's unnerving. It's unnerving. If true, it would be some next level talent. Let's just say next level talent that Malaysia has never heard of. You never know. You never know. Only we chess will say, well, this one doesn't need a next level talent to win. It's completely crushing. So we'll move on. We can safely call this as a win for White, I think. Anything else? Well, Rio's played knight f5. He's trying to get f4. He's really trying to get f4. Okay, I don't know. Actually, this makes sense as well, because it's not so easy to play c4, because the pawn on d4 also hangs, yeah. You cannot play rook c8, because knight e7 always. Actually, I don't really mind how White is playing this, yeah. g6 and knight e7, and... Okay, g6 maybe. You have to try to kick this knight, and we're gonna see where this goes. Maybe it goes to e7, king f7, I don't know. It's interesting to see where that knight's gonna go. Knight e7, king f7, so knight c6. You can start to kick the knight, yeah? And if the knight goes back to g3, it's kind of failed in its mission. If it goes to h6, then it's like, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna get trapped at the king g7, so maybe not. So, yeah, g6. I guess you can go to d6. That's one thing you can do. I can go to d6. And, wait, it's done it? No surprise. But okay, at least Black has stopped f4 now. It's actually not very nice, yeah? For White. Maybe White needs to like try to get f4 at some point. Some sort of g3. Just try to get f4. I mean, f4 is the key break. This is what both sides are trying to play for. White is trying to get f4 at all costs, and Black's trying to stop it with all his might. And we'll see who's gonna get the idea through. Only time can tell. What? This is blundered everything, yeah? Black just blundered everything. Just when I was praising Black for his great play, it's like hung everything, yeah? Rook a6, I guess like rook c8, queen f5, yeah, it's crushing. Just to show you, if you do this, oops, sorry. If you do this, then it's this and queen f5, it's actually mate, yeah? g6, rook c7 back, and it's checkmate. So a3, and you just take, yeah? And just bishop d4, it's all under control. Oh wow, okay, and Harry's gonna win this. Harry's gonna win this game. No question about that. Right, we're gonna call this a win. Okay, g3 has been played. Knight g5, okay, rook should go to like e2, yeah? But then d3 is, okay, d3, rook d2. Oh, but then knight f3 is a disaster. d3 is crushing, yeah? Oh dear. Oh no, no, no. This is not very nice, is it? There's also like other good options for Black, like knight f3 as well. What about knight e5? There's so many good options for Black. That's the thing. I was gone for d3. Yeah. That was not a good move for rook e2, I guess. No, g3 was not a good move, yeah. Can I say? Unfortunate. Sorry. Really exhausted at this moment. We'll see if Black can find a way to finish him off. There are many, many ways. Of course. Like 5 different ways to win here. And here there are like a million different ways. So we're not look at this any further. It's just, oh, maybe we'll see this. We'll see if he knows how to win this. It's only 2 pawns now, so yeah, it's definitely winning, but we still have to be a bit careful. Rook f3. Now Black plays rook c5, yeah? King g3, king h6. No, this is definitely not possible. The only way Black can try to hold draw is with this setup with the rook on g5 and the king on... Sorry, rook on c5 and the king on g5. That's the only way that Black can try to hold. That setup is the only one that holds. This one is dead. It's totally dead. Because even if you try to unpin, I just give it a check, yeah? And now I go g5. It's easy. I go g5 and my king can easily walk around. It's easy, yeah? Also h6 is crushing, yeah? Yeah, this is winning. It's easy. It's too easy. Just another check. And even just another check on f7. Why not? For good measure. Yeah, this is finished. King g7, king g6 check and... Okay, this is finished, yeah? Check and you just move the rook far away so you don't get stalemated. Whoa! What? Is this guy for real? No, he did not just do that. Come on. That's so callous. Played a great... Okay, he did not play a great game. But it converted well so far. And then just one move, you just like throw it away, yeah? Oh dear. It's such a pity. Such a pity. Of course he's gonna find a move now. I mean... Yeah, I'm just surprised he's taking so long to play it. It's so obvious. Oh dear. And this is why you must be very careful in chess. You must be very careful. All we had to do was to move the rook away and there wouldn't be any stalemate ideas. What a tragedy. Worse than a great tragedy. What can I say? We will see, I guess. This one is still underway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, yeah, it's everything to play for. White has actually a lot of serious ideas here. So Black needs to defend properly. And, I mean, he has to do something about this check, yeah? So he might have to block it or something. So that's why I think knight 6 is probably good, yeah? Check knight c7. Okay, we will see. It's not so easy. Maybe you can try something like knight e4 and let's try to redo this knight f6 idea. What is going on? He could have taken the knight, but okay, no time, yeah? Take the knight. What is he doing? Okay, this is not winning, but it's not about chess anymore. It's about nerves. This is not about chess anymore, because clearly neither side can think properly. It's about, you know, who clips his nerve and who flags better. Wow, Rayon's starting the free move. He's making some clever free moves, I gotta say. He's good at this, but he's letting the pawn go very far. Oh, this is good. It's good. This is good what he's doing. He's of course lost everything of his advantage, but he won on time. That's what matters. Yeah, so actually, you know, this guy, he's slow, but when push comes to shove, he's pretty fast. What can I say? What can I say about that? Okay. So we have a Slav. D4, I guess. Knight F3. Very strange idea. Black is obviously too solid to go for those D4 stuff. Although I think he should be going for that. I think he should definitely go for it now. But he doesn't. He goes for Knight C6. Well, I guess white playing G3 is never going D4 now, so you can take your time with this D4 idea. Just don't take too much time. Okay, now it's late E5. I can get behind that. I still feel like he should have gone D4 before he went E5, but I mean, fair enough. It's good either way. Yeah, I just didn't want to allow D4 now. That's the thing. Knight E5. Okay. I mean, this is a playable line. I've actually had it a few times with the white pieces, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I actually like black a lot now. This structure is usually very nice for black. I'll be honest, when I had this line with white, I didn't like it. I thought it was a terrible, terrible line. I mean, black has two bishops, he has like easy attack. This guy just like jam the h pawn down the board. And yeah, it's strong, just to push the h pawn, what can I say? It's very strong. It's very, very strong. Don't get that. I don't get that move at all. Maybe he was worried about f3. Maybe that's why. Okay. Still think I would go h5 and like f3, whatever. Even e3 may be possible there. Okay, he's hitting that pawn. It should be defended, I guess. Don't give him any pawns. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I like black. I'll take black any day. I didn't get queen g6, but other than that, I like black strategy. Next step, maybe just push h pawn. That seems like an idea. But also, I know that black player is very solid player, so maybe you might go for something more positional. Okay. E3 is not a move I'm a fan of, because I feel like white should have tried his best to play a move like f3, so not f4, f3. And for that, he might actually need to take back with the... He might actually want to take back the bishop and go for e4, or he might want to take back with the pawn. So e3 just feels a bit inflexible to me. But maybe it's good, who knows? Still want to push the h pawn. I don't know why, just push the h pawn, come on. Let's have some fun. Doesn't matter if it's good or not, let's just go for it, yeah? But no. No such luck. Only solid chess. Solid chess, my friend. Yeah, I did say it's a very solid player, this guy. Very solid. Like super, super solid. Don't exactly know who this guy is, but having seen quite a few of his games, is just very solid. I just realized they were like c5 ideas, yeah? Maybe he could have done c5 the move before instead of like castling. Could have gone c5, yeah? Okay, now it's too late for that. Queen b3 has been played. No, c5 is not coming anymore. Okay, I still think black has no problems, but... Okay. White is starting to come back into the game. His idea will be to play knight a4 and bring the knight to c5 on a good day. Rook c8, he will drop back to c2, no question. And then the knight will start to come, yeah? After the queen goes to c2. Here we'll see. In the meantime, let's see if there are any more interesting games. There should be a lot, given that this is the last round. It's the last chance for... Yeah, for anyone to start playing. Yeah, Rook A D1. Alright. Yeah, this is another very solid line. It's like, it's this line, yeah, the exchange French. Very, very solid. Very popular line as well. The exchange French. Yeah, just a solid position for black. I think this is very much in Young's style, but also in Harry's style as well, from what I can see in his games. He likes to be the white side of these sort of positions where you can just sort of slowly create some sort of, some sort of attack, some sort of slow attack, which can be actually hard to meet, especially in rapid chess, because he just plays some normal moves quickly, and that can be a bit difficult to meet if you don't have that much time. So yeah, I think this is what he's doing, yeah, just like normal moves quickly, trying to get the attack going. In the meantime, black has finally played h5. I think it's a bit late now. Probably should have done it before castles. f3 has been played, another standard idea. Rook e8. I still like black. I'm too harsh on him, I think. I still like his position. How can I criticize him? He's actually better with black against like this guy who's been crushing everyone all tournament. So how can I blame him? Just like f6 or like rook e7, something like that. Yeah, very, very solid. Very solid idea. Very solid. Okay. So, yeah, this is actually looking good for black now. After all these trades, I don't know why they were like a ton of trades. Oh, maybe he missed knight f5, yeah? Knight f5 is a good move. And now like all the stuff starts to come off, and the more minor pieces come off, the more it looks good for black, yeah? Now it's clear Harry is defending. I might even go for like the last piece off the board, why not? And it's gonna be suffering. It's gonna be really suffering here. What can I say? This is not nice. Okay. Here, black is winning. I don't know what his idea was by e4. I don't understand anything. Why did he do that? It felt very strange to me. Why would you give out the pawn like that? Oh, I like this idea. It's going to b6 to hit this pawn. This is nice. This is nice play. But is that d5? How is that? I don't know how that is. Looks like interesting. Try it. Maybe it's your queen h6 so you don't have to take. Because take knight d5 will be unpleasant, yeah? A lot of stuff starts to hang. But okay, knight e4, that's our mood. He's trying to play rook takes e3. But now I guess his idea with bishop e6 is doing very well, yeah? And he does it. Now we take it, of course. We don't have to take it, right? We can even go queen h6, but I'll take it for sure. I'll take it, and then like queen b5, I rook b. Man, that guy's hanging. Still not so simple, yeah? I thought it would be really simple, but not quite. Okay, he's just going rook e8. That's probably a good idea. Because the whole point is we need to unblock this pawn. Okay, he gets that pawn. I guess we continue like hitting him. Something like queen c4. I don't know. Something like that. We can even take that pawn on a2. It's not out of the question. Oh, no, it's not. It's not out of the question. Now, yeah, I was worried about rook takes e3 for a moment, and I realized, oh, the queen actually defends it. So, no rook e3, queen f7 ideas. So, yeah, I think black's in the driver's seat here. Yeah, he's going to pick up this pawn on d4, because if he picks this up, the queen protects the pawn, so still no rook takes e3. Still everything under full control at this point. Yeah, now we pick up the pawn. Full control for black. And he's got loads of time, so yeah. I mean, this will be the last game, yeah, last round, and yeah. I mean, if Smurf wins, he probably overtakes Kumar and like gets the win. Assuming, of course, Hari doesn't win this game, which at this point I don't think he's going to win this game. The only issue is, of course, that maybe Rayong is going to be a bit slow. That can happen, but under normal circumstances, he's not going to win, of course. There's no chance. Let's see if there are any other games going on. There is Ritesh against Alexis. Okay, and it looks like Ritesh is in big trouble. Alexis, free pawn. J'ai une pion gratuit. Free pawn. Merci beaucoup. Yeah, that's a free pawn. Okay. Fini. It's over, yeah? Because like everything's hanging. The knight's hanging, the pawn's hanging. White's already a pawn up and he's going to get another one. Unless black finds some sort of defensive resource. But I don't see what he can possibly do. Maybe he can try... No, he can try knight f2. He's got to try knight f2. Try for knight d1. Maybe that's what he can do, yeah? Knight... That's actually not too bad, yeah. Maybe. Yeah, maybe knight f2 is still fine for him. As weird as that sounds. It looks weird, and it feels weird, but maybe it works. If it works, it works, yeah. Knight e1? What? Oh! He wants to take on a3, but that's lost, right? That has to be lost. You take? I mean, there's no other check. Yeah, knight g2 just like king d4. So he wants rook a3, takes knight c2. But that has to be lost, right? Like, it has to be lost. Yeah, and then we just bring the king. Our king's active. We are up a pawn. That's a nice passer. It has to be a win. So I think white's winning here. So it's going for that. Yeah, rook a3. It's lost. Yeah, I think. Okay. Yeah. Just to show, I don't think this works at all. Yeah. I think you just play king d3. Yeah, and then you just bring the king slowly. Like king d4. Not only are we a pawn up, but our king pieces are all so active and they're almost dominating the black pieces. So this should be crushing. There's also knight c4 black has to worry about. Maybe it's even stronger. Oh, knight b5 and I don't know, even d6 is worth consideration too. You get this sort of nice structure. Okay, it's all mode, I guess. But we'll see. I think Ritesh is understanding that this is bad and yeah, it's a bit late for that. Let's see. Okay, Kumar is going to go down. Smurf is going to be the first guy to... Let's not jinx this. Alright? Let's just keep calm. Because, like, Kumar has been lost in so many games this tournament. And somehow he still survives. So, let's not jinx this, alright? Let's not jinx it for once. I think it should be winning, but... I will not say it's winning, even though it is. Because that would be the start of the jinx. So let's not do it. Okay. Rayong's better here. He's gonna take that pawn. Hopefully he doesn't get flagged. We will see. Yeah. Obviously it'd be nice if my students do well. I don't want to give them any hints, of course. But it'd be nice if they do well. I want to keep this a fair competition. Lian York, no, I'm not the one that's playing, I'm just the commentator. If Kumar is live streaming, then yeah, you should probably share his stream in the chat. Yeah, I think we would like to see it, but I don't think he is. Okay, this is dead, yeah. King d3 takes, and that knight is gonna be the saddest horse I've seen in a long time. That's just a sad horse. I always tell my students a knight should be a happy horse, but that is a sad horse. That is a sad horse. Mainly because it's dominated by this white horse. It's a good, happy horse on d6. That, my friends, is a happy horse. Happy horse always beats sad horse. That's the way of life. Yeah, it's the same thing. If you take, then I guess even just check and king. I don't know. There are like many ways, but even this is one way to do it. And then take f7 with the rook. That's one way. There are also ways to get like some sort of mating net, which could also work. Like, I don't know, even like rook c8. Oh dear, rook c8, knight e8. That also looks like a nasty mating net. Yeah. King h6. Maybe it's not so easy. No, it's easy. Knight f6, g5, rook g8. That's a nice way, yeah? Just to show that. Yeah. Bit mood, I know, but some line like this, yeah? Rook c8, and he actually gets like into some sort of nasty mating there. g5 followed by rook g8 is the threat, and if you play g5, then this is... Actually, there are many ways to finish. I think this is the easiest, yeah? Rook g8 and g5 mate. Or fg5 mate. I think that's finish, yeah. It's the easiest way to finish him. We'll see. It looks crazy. I really hope this guy is not watching the stream. I don't wanna give any hints. Stream's not supposed to be for the players, by the way. It's supposed to be for all you guys who are enjoying watching and are strictly over 18, over the age of drinking. Yeah. Or rather the age that should be for drinking. I think it's far too high at 21 in Malaysia, but well, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Clearly by some of these games I can see that some of the participants here don't really care much about that. By the way, there's rook d3. I don't understand why any of this had to happen. Like, this is suddenly getting not easy to win. He's probably gonna get that pawn on e3, and yeah, it's gonna be one of those cases where I guess black will create a pass pawn on the queen side at some point. It will be a mess. It'll be a real mess. I guess he probably doesn't. He shouldn't move his rook off the third rank. Yeah, king f2. I guess you need to take on b5 at some point. You could check, but then the king just goes back. Yeah, and I don't see what progress you have made. You've made none, to be exact. So you have to take on b5 at some point, and you better do it soon, because like one of your methods will be to try to flag white. And you can't do that when you're like down a ton on the clock. You know, you just gotta go, yeah. Just take the pawn and like just do it, yeah, and then go. Don't spend too much time. Just take it and then like go. Rook b4 takes rook b4, whatever. King g6, you know, do what you gotta do. Try to flag the guy. You gotta take a practical approach to this. Yeah, otherwise if you spend too much time, you're gonna be the one that gets flagged in a winning position. I can tell you from experience, that is the least fun thing. That is the least fun thing that can happen to you. So, yeah, maybe don't go that way. Would be a good suggestion. Yeah, okay. Not sure about that. I guess white can play some rook g3. It's all protected for now. Okay. The good news is that black is going faster. This is correct. He needs to go faster. He's too slow. He's got to just push and push and push and like whatever. If white defends, then fine, you know. You got to try to move and, you know, try to create some chances, but while keeping time on the clock. So if you got no time, you can't make any of this happen. I actually think that black has made progress in the past few moves, because white's rook is now very passive on g3. Now white still has an active rook on e7, so it's not at all easy to win. But okay, we could play like f6, bring the king, something like that. We just gotta go it fast. It doesn't really matter like how good it is. We just gotta go fast and, you know, just try it. Because if we spend too much time, we wouldn't have enough time to flag him. Yeah, it's not about like winning properly now. You just gotta like flag him. That's 10-minute games. Yeah, there's no increment. There's no time to be fancy in 10-minute games. You just gotta go. Rook f4. Come on, just go. Whatever. It's one repetition only. You can also go rook d3 actually. Takes king g3 and d2. That could also be interesting. Just go. Just any move. What is this guy doing? He's spending like ages. Does this guy think it's a classical game or? I don't even understand what he's doing. He's gonna get flagged. Come on, just move. Come on, does he not know there's like no increment or what is going on? Too slow. King h6, come on. Just like do it, whatever. Do what you gotta do. It doesn't even matter at this point. King g5, come on. I mean, fine, you get rook c7, you go back, whatever. It's not too bad. Just go. Just move. Move. What is this guy doing? I don't understand. Whatever, rook c8, just go king h7, like just go, yeah? He's gonna get flagged. This is painful. It's so painful to watch. I can't even say. It's just too painful to watch. What is this? Or maybe, I mean, I shouldn't blame them. It's already 10:30. It's a bit late for them. For me, it's only the start of the evening, but for most people, it's pretty late. Just go king g5, whatever. Doesn't matter. Check, just go back to h6 or whatever. Just go. Just move, yeah? Just gotta keep moving. He's gonna get flagged. He's totally gonna get flagged here. He's totally gonna get flagged. This is tragic. And Kumar's gonna win this game. Unless like some weird thing happens. The jinx has happened again. What can I say? The jinx is too strong. It's way too strong. The jinx is too strong. Is he gonna be win, yeah, for what? It's too strong. But okay, white's slow. White's actually pretty slow. And now the pre-moves are starting, okay. This is right. Then you want to keep the rook close, yeah, to the king. You don't want to like lose the rook, yeah. We'll see what white tries. White's actually very slow. Move! Any move! Oh, this is the lag. The lag is like killing me. Wow, this is crazy. It's gonna be like just like pre-move any rook move, yeah, I guess. Oh dear. This is a disaster. What is this? This is... Oh dear. I could feel that was gonna happen when he was spending so much time in that position. Fine, if you don't know how to find a way to win, just like keep putting on the pressure. Just make any random move, you know. Keep putting on the pressure, because now it's like, yeah, it's tragic, yeah. Oh well, that is the end of the tournament, I guess. Kumar has won. Aside from this half point against Hari. Okay, that's that, I guess. Thank you very much to all players for joining this tournament. Congrats to Kumar for what can only be described as, you know, yeah, a masterclass in, you know, time travel play. Because let's be honest, most players here weren't that great in time travel, but he was a real swindler in time travel, and that was what swung all the games in his favor. What can I say? Great tournament. Okay, thank you very much for joining this tournament. Thank you all for your support. And I hope to see you in the next tournament, which I'm planning maybe in early or mid-July. No fixed dates yet. I'm still thinking about it, but it will definitely be out by the end of this month. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Alright, thank you all very much again for supporting this stream, for supporting my tournament. Congratulations to all the winners, and I'll see you soon. By the way, next video is of Yoli 10. It's coming out on Monday, so stay tuned for that. Monday evening uploads as usual. Thanks very much, and watch that video, yeah? Thanks. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Gotta plug that. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.